All right. Perhaps you're already tired of hearing me talk or other people talk about the weather conditions, the expected weather conditions on Sunday at Levi Stadium, 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. But it's going to be a factor, folks. And I think that looking to what the 49ers did with some roster moves on Saturday kind of drives that home. Maybe a little bit of a surprise. Yetur Gross-Matos goes on injured reserve with the knee injury. He was already listed as out for this game, so he will not suit up for the 49ers against the Cardinals. And that's kind of a big one because he was expected in a lot of ways to kind of help take over, pick up the slack for Javon Hargrave, who's out for the season with a triceps tear. And so Gross-Matos, who was looking to be somebody who could play defensive end on base downs and then slide inside to rush the passer or nickel situations. He's out for at least 4 games. So the first time he can come back would be the game after the bye week. That would be 49ers at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't get the sense that this is a season ending injury kind of thing for Gross-Matos. Probably just a carryover from the injury he had in the preseason, the final game when the 49ers played the Las Vegas Raiders. So with the defensive line now out with Hargrave and with Gross-Matos, Hargrave for the season, Gross-Matos for at least 4 games, the 49ers will still have 9 defensive linemen in uniform for this game. And that's going to be something where you're going to see this constant churn of defensive linemen because of the weather conditions. So let's go quickly into the other roster moves. So Gross-Matos goes on injured reserve. The 49ers activate Kalia Davis from injured reserve. He only played 3 games for the 49ers last year, so he'll make his season debut with the club on Sunday, as will T.Y. McGill, primarily a defensive tackle. He played 9 games in 2022, 3 games last season. Has been on the practice squad, was on the practice squad most of last year and through this point up to this year. So Kalia Davis has a spot on the 53-man roster. McGill is up from the practice squad, and also the 49ers elevated from the practice squad wide receiver slash punt returner Trent Taylor. So, with the additions to the 49ers roster, their game day roster, the guys that they can have in uniform on Sunday, the 49ers' 9 defensive linemen that they will have up will consist of their starters: Nick Bosa at one end, Leonard Floyd at the other end, the inside guys, Jordan Elliott and Malik Collins. So that means that they will have 5 backup defensive linemen up for this game. Again, there's going to be a lot of rotation going on for probably both teams on their defensive line in this game. And so I would say in order, it would be Kevin Givens, Sam Okwanu, and then Robert Beal Jr., T.Y. McGill, and Clea Davis. So those are the 5 backup guys for this game for the 49ers defensive line. Okay, so the other one would be the other thing. For the 49ers injury report, I think there's optimism. From what I'm gathering, optimism that both Fred Warner and George Kittle will be in uniform playing this game. And just watching Warner during warmups, the way he was kind of breaking down and pitter pattering uh, during warmups, I would be surprised if he does not suit up and play in this game. And obviously, that's a huge factor in this game. The 49ers speed in the middle of their defense. It would take a major blow if Fred Warner weren't able to play in this game. Also, look for D Winters, who's been cleared. Look for him to see a lot of action, not only on base downs, but perhaps even in some nickel situations. And that's important. Obviously, the middle of the field with the Cardinals trying to run the ball with James Conner, and also just the ability for Kyler Murray to break out on scrambles and running plays. 49ers most definitely will want to kind of build a fence around Kyler Murray, keep him in the pocket, and really try to limit his lanes to sneak through and pick up big yards on scrambles. Okay, with Trent Taylor, he was signed by the 49ers, returned to the organization in the offseason. He spent the first 4 years of his NFL career with the 49ers, played in 41 games, was also very reliable punt returner. Then he goes to the Cincinnati Bengals for 3 years, and now he's back with the 49ers. Jacob Cowing, the rookie, won the punt return duty job in training camp. And so the 49ers are going with him. This seems to be an indication with Jacob Cowing questionable with a shoulder injury. Seems to me that that would be an indication that he will not be available for the game Sunday. So Trent Taylor comes up, and we'll see what amounts to this. But this was something that I think the 49ers had envisioned when they signed Taylor, that they wanted him on the practice squad just kind of as an insurance policy for the team in case Jacob Cowing wasn't able to handle the return chores to the degree that the 49ers would like the return guy to be sure-handed and all of that. So to me, an indication that Trent Taylor will be in uniform for sure, but also that Jacob Cowing more than likely, well, let's just say he was questionable, and now I think this even makes him more questionable. So in the first 4 games of the season, Cowing has 6 punt returns, averaging 5.3 yards. 49ers were hoping, I think, for a lot more pop from that position because of the speed that Cowing has and everything else. So we'll see what Trent Taylor does from here as far as the opportunity that he gets in this game. And just to reiterate where the 49ers are from the injury standpoint, Demetrius Flannigan-Fowles is out for this game with the calf injury. You knew about Gross-Matos. He was already out, but now he goes on IR. Wide receiver Chris Conley with the oblique injury. He is doubtful for this game. And then the questionable guys, Jacob Cowing, George Kittle, Fred Warner, Isaac Yiadom, and now Clea Davis was listed as questionable. The fact that he's been moved up to the 53-man roster is a clear indication that the 49ers expect him to be available for this game. The guys who were on the injury report earlier in the week and had limited practice time, fully cleared to play, defensive tackle Jordan Elliott, defensive tackle Kevin Givens, Talanoa Hufanga, and D Winters. So that's the update from here as the 49ers make some roster moves to be ready to go face the Arizona Cardinals in what kind of matches up and figures to be a key game in the NFC West, a game the 49ers are expected to win and should win. If you want more information on the game, my 5 to watch, and then my prediction for who's going to win this game, check out my previous video. Again, thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting. I do try to answer as many comments or questions or just kind of chime in as much as I can in the comments section. So I will see you out there at Levi's Stadium on Sunday for the 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals.